Our working day, and now I give the floor to Oksana Havryliuk, Head of Communication Unit of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine. Please welcome on stage. Good afternoon, everyone. In the framework of NATO summit, the Minister of Defense of Ukraine, Stepan Poltorak, met with the Minister of Great Britain, Mark Fallon. The heads of ministries discussed the issues of reforming the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine and consultations from Great Britain in training. And heads of defense ministries of Ukraine and Poland signed protocol with the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine and the Republic of Poland to introduce changes into the agreement between our countries on the issues of military and technical cooperation. The protocol envisages the creation of the working group that will work in the framework of Ukrainian Intergovernmental Commission on the issues of economic cooperation. Also, General Army Stepan Poltorak, in the course of the summit, took part in the platform of intercompatibility. The Minister of Defense of Ukraine said that Ukraine values the participation at this platform, and this cooperation is useful to increase military capabilities. In the course of the dialogue, they spoke about the development of further cooperation in such areas as cooperation in the sphere of strategic air transportation, cooperation with alliance in projects, intelligence defense, and also in the issues of defense and technical cooperation. In Warsaw, also they approved a complex package of assistance of NATO to Ukraine. The package includes the materials and practical assistance in 40 areas that are directed for the defense potential of Ukraine and the security sector. This help will be provided to Ukraine through 8 special target funds, and 5 special programs will be started, a number of bilateral projects. And the number of advisors of NATO to Ukraine will be increased in order to effectively coordinate this activity, including the deployment of special coordinator of alliance. On the 18th of July, Sea Breeze 2016 training will be started, and this training will be carried out in Donetsk and Mykolaiv Oblast, and also in the north and west part of the Black Sea. The topic of this year's training is multinational operations and security in crisis regions. On the whole, in 2016, Ukrainian armed forces will take part in 10 multinational training, 4 training in the territory of Ukraine and 6 outside of the territory. In demining sector of Chief Department of Armed Forces that in Kamianets-Podilsk town, they conduct training on deactivating of handmade explosive devices under the supervision of Canadian instructors. So starting from September 2015, Canadian instructors trained 103 Ukrainian field engineers in the center. Demining continues in the ATO area. On the whole, the demining groups of engineering units of the Armed Forces of Ukraine deactivated 117,251 explosive devices. They cleared 615.5 kilometers of road and verified 2,513 hectares of land. During last week, the group of demining of Armed Forces of Ukraine deactivated 469 explosive devices and verified more than 941 hectares of land. Service of Ukraine provide help to local residents in the ATO area. These days, in the framework of social project, the servicemen provided 10 tons of product packages to the Granitna residents. Also, the officers of civil and military cooperation Donetsk, they provided help to residents of Zaitsevo with transportation of gas tanks. So there is no electricity in Zaitsev because of enemy shelling, and this is very important for local residents. Group of Civil and Military Cooperation Lugansk, together with a serviceman of one of the military units that are deployed of Naidarska region, organized the transportation of ton of product packages to Krymska village. This is for vulnerable families, and these packages will be distributed by social workers in the region in the nearest future. Group of military and civil cooperation restarted the rebuilding of the stadium in the Prizovska village in Nikolsk region, Donetsk Oblast. The football field was used as a platform for military equipment and heavy weapons, and then the head of this village addressed the military to help to restore the field. And in the center of social rehabilitation for children with disability in Severodonetsk, the military provided some literature for children. So the next press briefing is at 11.